I'm actually a passionate baker. I don't rest until everything is done.
When I entered university, anytime I'm broke, I'll make cupcakes. I'll make cupcakes.
Troops rescue yet another Chibok girl and others abducted by terrorists.
Continue to do the best we can. We know that there's so many of them out there, and we'll do everything possible to ensure we get all of them back.
Red alert as Inspector General of Police orders watertight security nationwide.
Kano residents count losses as rainstorm wrecks destruction in ancient city.
The incident brought a lot of people into difficulties. I have no means of rebuilding the house.
And on Good Morning Nigeria today, we shall discuss tariff hike on data and phone.
Well, it used to be a big deal to contemplate or even implement tariff increase on any public utility or service, considering the public outcry that such an action could generate. What do you think, Juma, about this?
Well, actually, Nadabo, as it is today, with so many sectors of the economy privatized already, you may not always be consulted as a consumer before tariff hike is slammed on you.
Indeed, times are changing. And like an African proverb says, when the drumbeat changes, the dance steps also change.
That is precisely what is playing out with the economy and ever-dwindling revenues in a post-COVID-19 era, as governments all over the world are looking for novel ways and means to show up revenues in order to sustain the business of governance.
And to this end, increase in taxes is commonplace around the world, and the federal government already leveraged on that when it increased value-added tax from 5 to 7.5%, in line with the Finance Act 2020, with statutory enactment from 1st January 2021.
And we're yet to see the last in terms of implementation of the Finance Act, as the federal government says it is set to begin the implementation of 5% excise duty tax on all voice calls, SMS, and data services, in addition to the existing 7.5% value-added tax, VAT, paid for goods and services across all sectors of the economy.
Indeed, Juma, that announcement from the federal government, through the finance minister, Zainab Ahmed, generated some disapproval even within government circles, as Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, that is Isa Ali Pantami, at a forum in Lagos, faulted the timing and implementation of the 5% tariff hike on the telecom services, and saying it will erode the gains being recorded in the sector.
Well, however, the finance minister, through a statement by her media advisor, says there is no going back, as henceforth the 5% excise duty on data and calls will be collected by telecom operators and payment made to the federal government on a monthly basis on or before 21st of every month.
Now, indeed, Jumai, the finance minister, insisted that all relevant ministries and agencies have been alerted of the 5% that is hiking telecom services through a circular issued in March. And we recall that the notice given in March generated so much hue and cry. Well, that says the time has come for implementation.
So the question is, what impact will this have on the telecom sector? including subscribers and businesses in the country. What does 5% tariff hike in telecom services translate to?
And how much revenue will this tariff hike be raking in for government on a monthly basis, considering that Nigeria is one of the largest telecommunication markets in Africa, with significant increase in telecom subscribers from about 180 million in 2019, that is, to over 200 million active subscribers as of 2020.
Well, these are issues we will take up with our panel of guests on Good Morning Nigeria today. I am Jummai Yusuf, welcoming you to another episode of the program on this lovely Monday morning.
Lovely indeed, and I am Yusuf Nadabu Usman, joining my colleague Jummai to welcome you to Good Morning Nigeria, reaching you live on the network service of the NTA. It is a wet morning indeed since yesterday. It's been raining since
for the past 3 days.
Since Sunday, right?
Yes.
That's really
since
great.
Saturday.
Since Saturday, really. We're reaching you live from the NTA, really, and then we really want to warm you up with the complimentary segments we have when the time comes. For now, we shall now, join, Nolin Abel for the morning news. Nolin, good morning.
Good morning, Adabo and Jumai. Welcome back from your trip, Jumai.
Thank you.
Good morning, Nigeria. And here is the news. The federal government says, apart from intensifying measures towards the release of all the train passengers abducted 6 months ago, the commencement of commercial services on the Abuja-Kaduna rail line depends largely on putting in place a robust security mechanism that will forestall a repeat of the ugly scenario. The Minister of Transportation, Muazu Jaji Sambo, re-echoed this in Lagos while also giving an update on the commencement of freight services on the standard gauge of the Lagos-Ibadan rail line.
This administration has underscored the importance of infrastructure by creating what is called the Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund. If you know, to drive certain priority legacy projects. There is no administration in this country that has invested in infrastructure like the Buhari administration. We are also looking at the best world standard security system to put in place to ensure that forever such a thing will never happen again.
Troops of Theatre Command Joint Task Force Northeast, Operation Hadinkai, have rescued another Chibok girl alongside 3 other girls abducted within the theatre. The theatre commander, Operation Hadinkai, Major General Christopher Musa, presented the rescued persons and were supported with relief materials by NOAA President Salamatu Farouk Yahaya at the command headquarters in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital.
Continue to do the best we can. We know there's still so many of them out there, and then we will do everything possible to ensure we get all of them back, including those ones that we had no idea they're abducted. We want to ensure everybody that's been abducted is released and back to his home so that they can enjoy with the family.
Troops of Sector 1 have been able to recover at least 6 of the Chibok girls. This brings the number to 6 within the last 2 months.
The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, has ordered the deployment of watertight security to cover all schools, hospitals, health facilities, and critical national infrastructure around the country. A statement by the Force Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi says the IGP gave the directive while reviewing the general security situation of the nation via reports from commands and formations across the country. The IGP further tasked strategic police managers at various levels to prioritize the use of intelligence gathering networks, particularly traditional local intelligence, to locate criminal hideouts and flush them out before the strike. Interagency collaborations among security agencies in Yobe State are continuing to yield more positive results as government in the state handed over to the rightful owner a herd of cattle recovered from suspected rustlers. 2 suspects were also apprehended in connection with the